Trucks Gone Wild 20th Anniversary Tour is coming back to the Rec Yard in Fayetteville, North Carolina, June 21st through the 23rd. There's all new trails and roads, all new mud holes, tug-of-wars, the Booty Barn, and the Kings of the Deep Bounty Hole competition is coming back as well. There's literally something for everybody at the Rec Yard. We'll see you June 21st through the 23rd at the Rec Yard in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
There you go.
All right. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in. I am Steven with King of the Deep, and this is Katie.
Hey, guys. I'm Katie.
We are having a great week. Got a lot going on around King of the Deep, a lot going on with our personal life, and we know everybody out there has got a lot going on, so we appreciate y'all tuning in. We've got a great panel of guests here with us tonight. We are so excited to have some really great people coming on. So thank you guys. Please comment. Let us know where everybody's tuning in from. Please share this with all your friends. And we're excited about the next upcoming event with some really awesome people in the industry. We've been looking forward to working with these guys at Trucks Gone Wild for quite a while. We've been to a lot of their events. If you've ever followed Trucks Gone Wild or ever been to one of their events, you know what that is about. Big trucks, lots of horsepower, lots of people, lots of good times, and we're excited to be a part of it. We've got the one and only Matt Steele, who will be coming on here shortly. We've also got Nate from the Rec Yard, who will be coming on with us, and my real favorite out there in the truck world, my man, Chris Constant, all the way from Wisconsin. It's coming on with us tonight here real soon. So, without any further ado, we're going to start you guys and show y'all a little clip about the upcoming Rec Yard event. And
like that. You want to play it again?
No, we've already got that. Okay. Sorry. Right
so
now,
we're just ready to bring on Matt.
All right. Well, hey, we've talked about it before, and you guys have seen us last year at the Rec Yard with Trucks Gone Wild. This year, we were so fortunate to have that opportunity to work with them at the Rec Yard, and we're going to do a great big show again. We're going to do the Bounty Hole, and before we get talking about too much of the truck side of it, let's go ahead and bring the man himself on, the living legend behind Trucks Gone Wild and so much more, Matt Steele. Let's bring him on. There he is.
Hey, guys. Man, thank you guys. You're way too kind, and you're throwing out way too many compliments that I don't deserve, but I'll take them,
Well, hey, you deserve it. We definitely have been following you guys for quite a while. Not saying you're old, but we definitely have been following you guys for quite a while, and you guys deserve all the accolades for many, many years. People just don't know how hard it is to do these things year in, year out, and especially the number of events and places you guys go and pull a crowd is just amazing.
Well, thank you very much for saying that. It is a lot of work. We love it. I think this might be the same for you guys, in that the hardest part about it is the traveling there and back to wherever you go. If we could just figure out a way to teleport ourselves instantly to someplace and then back, you'd be like, because when you're at the event, that's our natural habitat. That's awesome, right?
Yeah, that's what we're there for, man. We make all those trips. We put all that time in before just to get there so that we can be there and have a great time. And, man, a great time we do have.
So last year was our first time working together. Chris Constant, who's going to be on here a little bit later on tonight, basically brought you guys, us, and the Rec Yard all together. And I don't know how he did it. I don't know why he did it, but I'm glad that he did. But you think about that. I mean, that's like a big old pot of gumbo, dude. And he had a lot of ingredients to put in there, and they all had to get along. And they did, because we got along. You guys, what I want to speak to you guys about is over 20 years of doing these events, we've had a lot of people come in and say, hey, we'll run this or we'll do that. And I'm going to tell you, as you guys probably know, people don't always live up to their expectations, right? You guys came in, you've got a strong name in it, and you guys exceeded expectations. And we just really I don't know. We clicked with y'all. We appreciated it. And that went so good. In spite of the crappy weather we had at the rec yard last year, the weather was terrible. But we all just tried to make the best of it. And I just can't wait for this year. And I'm telling you, if the weather is good and all these things line up, it's going to be magic. It's going to be great regardless. But
well, thank you so much. We do pride ourselves on trying to be one of the more professional series in the industry, and working with you guys and so many other people have helped us kind of raise that level of professionalism and expectation. So that means a lot. And you're not lying. Last year we were out there in the rain. You guys put on an unbelievable show. And then, it was our time. We got the green light, and about that time, the bottom fell out.
Yeah.
And in this business, when you're out there entertaining in the crowd, you got the fans there, you got to put on the show. And we were lucky enough to make it happen. The rain left, and I mean, it was unbelievable. And, even in those situations, we have such a good time. And I think the weather is going to be great for this event, and we're going to have an even better time. I know it. We've got so much stuff going on this weekend. You guys have an unbelievable lineup of entertainment and competitions. And then we've got something going on all weekend long. And you touched on it earlier, Matt. Chris Conson brought this together last year, and he had a lot of pieces to that puzzle last year. But, man, it has gelled so well, and we really appreciate him. And we'll get him on in just a minute.
I say a lot of nice things about Chris, and he just kind of nods his head and is like, no. It's interesting because that speaks to the quality of person that he is, because he won what was it? Oh, the Ground Pounder of the Year award last year. We gave him a championship belt and everything. Gave that to him back in Texas a couple of months ago. And that dude has earned it, because it's not to say that we would not have met eventually, but he certainly sped that process up. And it's not to say that we wouldn't have come into contact with the rec yard, but he sped that process up. Same thing with Just in Time. And I could go on and on about the individuals and the places that Chris has really kind of brought together with us. And I'm very thankful for it. And I'm proud of him for doing so. And I hope that he understands how much everybody appreciates that.
No.
Well, you know what? I think that he is just as good as they come. And I think everybody recognizes that. Let's go ahead and let's get him in. The man himself, Chris Conson, who really did. He put all the glue into all these pieces and held it all together for us. So without any further ado, let's give everybody a big round of applause. And Chris Conson, the man, how you doing, buddy?
Well, thank you guys. Both of you are giving me too much. I don't deserve all that. Yeah.
No, you really
I love
do,
what
Chris.
we do. I love my cutting out. No.
A little bit.
Well, they don't have good service up there in Wisconsin.
All right, am I there?
Yeah, you're there, buddy. We see you.
No. All right, I'm gonna pull over in the shade when I know you can hear me. I'm driving home.
That's okay.
All
We
right,
know you're
you hear me yet?
Everybody, we asked Chris to come on, and Chris said, I'm going to try to stay awake. Chris Conson gets up at like 1 o'clock every morning.
That's
So,
pretty on too.
while we're waiting on Chris.
You hear me now?
Yeah, there he is.
There we go. Now we got everybody.
Hey,
Wait, there's Nate. While we're waiting on Chris to get some service, I think he's part. But everybody, we're going to go ahead and bring on Nate. We had him in the back, but we want to bring him in and kind of piece all these pieces to the puzzle together. Sorry, it's kind of scattered right now, but we've got Chris Conson on. We've got Nate joining us from the record. How you doing tonight, Nate?
Doing great, guys. Doing great. Hope you all are.
Yeah, we're doing great. Everybody, I know it's 8 o'clock and Nate just got into his office. Chris is still on the way home. So thank you guys for making the time to meet with us. I know you guys are working hard on a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but we wanted to make sure we got all of this tied together for everybody at home so that they kind of knew about the races, the rules, what to expect, and no better people to get it from than, the two guys with the plan. And that's going to be Chris, Nate, and of course, Matt is going to tie it all together for us.
Look at all the famous peeps. Yep.
Yeah, everybody's like, what do we say now?
All right.
so I know that I think each one of you had contacted me a little bit earlier and said people were asking questions about the events. And so if you want me to go ahead and kind of do a brief explanation, I can do that if this time works out for you. And then I can just knock that out, you know?
That works
That'd be
great. I'm
great.
actually going to pop these flyers up because I think people might be interested to see that.
Yeah, he can kind
while
of use
we're
that as a
talking.
guide.
Yep.
All right. So and I'll try to tighten this up. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
So here's what we want to do. You know, last year was cool. We had a couple guys, Clay and Joey and some other guys helping out and trying to put on the race and this, that, the other. And the weather just was not the best. And we thought, you know what we want to do this year? We want to change it up a little bit. And we want to do things that are fun. And we want to do things that appeal to like more to the level of vehicles that everybody can participate. So I started thinking about this. And I was talking to my guys. And one of our oldest events that we've been doing forever is one called the Tri-Truck Challenge. Anybody that's old school TGW knows what that is. It's basically you've got teams of 3 trucks, and then so that's 3 trucks with drivers, and you've got a strap technician. So there are 3 trucks and 4 humans on the team. What you do is at the starting line, everybody takes off at once. There's 1 truck that's free. All he's got to do is complete the track, and it's basically like a big horseshoe or a big letter U. The other 2 trucks, one of them is going to be tied to a tire. And I talked to Nate, and he said he's going to have it handled. There's like a good-sized tractor tire with like a cinch cable on it and a strap hooked to that. So 1 truck is going to take off, hooked to that tire, and he's going to drag it up until about the turn area of the U. Now, he's going to stop, and the other truck that's going to drag the tire to the finish line has to get somewhere in that vicinity, and that is where the 4th guy comes in. Now, we call him the strap technician. Some people call him the strap bitch. Some people call him the hooker. I think there's a lot of different titles for this particular role, but it's the most important part because that competition, I don't even call it a race. It's more of an exhibition. This exhibition is won and lost in that exchange, right? And it doesn't matter. You could have the 3 fastest trucks on planet Earth. You screw up the exchange, you're not winning. And that's what makes it fair.
People.
Yeah, 4 people, 3 trucks.
Got it.
Because at the starting line, you're going to have all 3 trucks take off at the same time. Now, the guy doing the exchange, all the hookers or whatever you call them, they're down at the other side. They're waiting, right? They're hanging out down there waiting for their team to go. And they're basically when that 1 truck stops, he's going to run out, take the strap off the one, put it on the other one, and then boom, they all take off and they go to the finish line. Sounds easy, right? I mean, nothing to it, except that you're usually sliding around. A lot of times they go to hook it on there and it's not on there good, and the truck takes off, and the guy's standing there like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's funny. Right? It's just fun. Ideally, on the teams, this is what I want to stress. Ideally, you would have like a 1-ton truck, nothing fancy, a big bog truck, and like a badass mega truck. That's the perfect team, right?
Oh, man.
Wow.
Now, the thing is, I don't know about you guys, and I mean no disrespect to any other organization that runs with a ton of rules. I try to keep the rules to a minimum because I think you guys know for every 1 rule, you probably have 3 people that are going to complain. So if you got 3 rules, you're going to have 9 people complaining.
Just
yeah. And history has taught me that. So this is a fun event. It's $20 per person for the group, right? So you got 3 trucks and the strap guy. So that's $80 for the team. It's only $20 per dude. $80. It's pretty cheap to enter. And Nate's going to throw $1,000. It's going to be 100% payback. Park's throwing in $1,000 on top of that. Winner takes all. So if there's 3 teams, 6 teams, 9 teams, whatever, 1 team's going to win, and it's just good old fashioned fun. And if you guys have any questions about that I might have missed, let me know. And I run it on a stopwatch because you can't do timing clocks on that because there's 3 trucks and a tire that all have to finish. They all have to cross the finish line. There's way too many elements. So that's the Tri-Truck Challenge. Side-by-side challenge, same thing. I don't know how to break those down into groups. So basically, if any 3 side-by-sides want to do it, and they're going to pull a somewhat smaller tire, but same thing. So
that's great. I'd love to see the team like aspect of any type of competition. That's always fun to watch.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
The other thing that we really stress in that, and what makes it fun, and this just sounds goofy, but I'm telling you, it works, is for the team name to be funny and creative, right? Yeah. And it's got to be something. Because Chris, am I using your PA for this?
Yes, we can. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
or whatever I'm using, remind it, whether it's me announcing it or if I hand it over to Cole Hudson, we've got to be able to say your team name in front of people that are there with their kids. So don't like call your team like the big effers, right? Like we're not saying that, you know. It's like, make it funny and make it an innuendo, but have fun with it. There's no prize for the best team name, but if I'm announcing it, I'm going to have the most fun with it. I'm going to make y'all look like rock stars, you know.
I love it.
So did I explain that? All right. If you have any questions, let me know.
No, you explained it great. Even I understood, and I don't understand a lot of this stuff. So that's great. That's a lot of pressure on the person doing the strap job. Then
I've heard that
pressure is on that guy. that is the look. So if you're hanging out with your buddies, and like your most dumbass friend is like, I'll be the strap guy. You're probably not going to win. You can.
I love that.
Listen,
that's great though, because I mean, we love the fact that we can kind of compare the truck and the side by sides at this event. We're going to see, and I would dare to say some of these side by sides would be almost as a competition if we did it at the end to see who was the fastest trucks and the fastest side by side.
Yeah,
I'll put up $100 to the winner of that.
Nice. All right. Dude, and side bets are encouraged, and I think that's awesome, and I thank you for doing that. Dude, with the way the side-by-sides are now, it would not surprise me to see the side-by-sides put a faster time up on the day. There's no doubt. But I will, for your strap technician, just a little hint. If you could find a dude about 6'3" with super long legs, early 20s, and nimble. Like he just runs in big strides and he's got long arms and he's quick. That's the guy that you want. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, definitely in his 20s. I know that for sure.
Long legs, but now you lost it for early.
And so that's going to be Saturday. Is that right?
Yeah.
This is going to start Saturday?
We're going to do that Saturday at noon. So the track, like I said, is like a big letter U or a horseshoe or whatever. And Nate, I think, I sent a little design up to you. How's that looking or how's that going?
It's going great. I've got a 450 bulldozer I'm picking up on Friday to smooth everything out. We've got a 55,000-pound excavator sitting out there on the track right now, and I've hauled in probably 250 loads of clay dirt on the track. So you had asked me earlier today, how's the track look? Even if it rains, are we going to be able to do this? The track is, I don't know, for anybody that came last year, we added a crap load of fill. It's all clean fill. We've got it all smoothed out. The jumps are bigger. We've done a lot of work, and it's the track. I don't know if you remember where there was we had pushed brush piles up on either side. Those are burned, gone, and the track's extended another 100 yards or so on both sides. So we also put guardrail in on the Custer side to protect the spectators. We put in a whole bunch of swells for drainage and culvert pipes. So track's looking a heck of a million times better than last year. I think everybody's going to be blown away by what we did. All my staff that saw your drawing, they're excited. They're stoked, and we have 5 guys, 5 operators ready to go this weekend to finish up that track and do that drawing you sent us.
So there's going to be a little bit of mud in it. There's going to be a little bit it's going to be like, it's not designed to stick everybody. It's designed to splash and make things a little bit slippery when they're going through. And then they get into in the corner in the exchange area. That's it. The moisture down there will be from the mud that the trucks drag. So like the corner itself will be kind of dry. But man, it is, if you haven't seen the Tri-Truck Challenge in person, they are wildly entertaining. And I hope this one lives up to the hype. They usually do. It used to be, I haven't done one in a while. So I'm excited about doing that. I love the names right there. The strap-ons. I mean, listen, the jokes write themselves. They really do, So Nate, thank you for that, dude. I appreciate that. Can I move on to my description of how we run the beaters then? Are we good to do that?
Yeah. I'd love to hear that.
So we're already at $2,000 plus in payouts, right? We're paying out $1,000 to each of those.
Well, we're doing what are we doing on the side by side? That one.
We said 1,000 on the trucks and 500 on the side by side.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
$1,500 already going home to people. Okay.
Because in all honesty, because there's there's money already, and we're not trying to short the side-by-sides. There's already money going to them later on in that day.
That's right.
With you guys. And really what I wanted the side. I didn't want anybody to feel left out. I go for total inclusion, right? I didn't want anybody to feel left out in this thing, and especially with as many side. But we may only get, if we get 3, 4, 5. What we're not trying to do initially at registration, and I'll be down there on the trucks and the side-by-sides, I'd like for everybody to just sign up on one team. Now, if we only end up with 3 teams and we say, look, sign up on 2 teams and we can have 6, then we'll do that. But what I don't want is like 24 teams. I don't think that's never been a problem anyway. But I'm not trying to be down there for 3 hours. I want to be down there for 60 to 75 minutes. I want to get done. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. We're done. Take a break. Everybody has lunch. Boom. We turn it over to you guys with the King of the Deep, and we rock and roll. And then it's nighttime festivities after that.
Perfect. That sounds like a great
Agree.
plan. All right.
Clay
so let's
Meadows
hear about-
already has his team, and he said he's already talking crap. See if anybody can beat him. He made me promise to give him a shout out. He's been asking me a million questions. Got a lot of people asking him what the rules were. So he already has Casper and 2 other trucks and his strap-on man. So see if you can beat Clay Meadows. That'll be great. Bragging rights.
Clay called me today, and Clay, I'm sorry I didn't call you back, man. I thought I was going to have a little free time today, and then I just got besieged with stuff, and I'm not complaining. We've got Bricks this weekend, New York the weekend after that, and then you guys at the rec yard. So I mean, it's boom, 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 3 weekends in a row. I got a truck you shoot in between all that, so it's crazy, but we're gonna get it, and it's all gonna be awesome. So to the beaters. We started doing this years ago, and we called it warehouse racing because there was an old abandoned warehouse in Orlando by Chuck's shop. We're going back 25 years ago. To this day, I don't know who owned the warehouse. And guys would go get junk cars, and they'd race them inside the warehouse at night, right after a few beverages, of course. And this morphed into something fun. And it's junk car racing. It's beater racing. It's the same thing. But the way we run it is we kind of take a look at how many cars, trucks show up, and then we figure out how we're going to do that from there. And we let everybody, it's full contact. Don't T-bone anybody in the driver's seat. We like to have all the side glass smashed out or rolled down. Keep your windshield in, a helmet, neck brace, and a mounted fire extinguisher at least on the inside of the cars. And there are some rollers and stuff, but it's not like you're going to hit this big 6-foot sky and jump in an old Cadillac. That's not going to be good for anybody except the local chiropractors. So it's rub this in, it's full contact, spin each other out, have fun, don't get hurt. And if it gets down, let's say sometimes you start with a dozen cars and you get down to like 5 or 6 after a couple laps, all overheat or they get stuck or whatever, they get smashed up. And then they're all spread out. We'll stop everybody, tighten it back up. We keep it entertaining for the people watching. That's great. And for us. Yep. And it's like, if we stop you, tighten it up, we might just on the fly go, all right, we're tightening everybody up, and it's 4 laps, starts now, boom. And that's how we do it. There is no rhyme or reason. There's really nothing to win. There's usually like sometimes we'll give $100 out to the best themed car. Again, theme the car. Spend a lot of money on duplicolor spray paint and put an inflatable shark fin on it, whatever. You know what I mean? Just have fun with it. It's low budget. Anybody can do it. Because, the thing we always hear, well, I don't have a $200,000 truck, Matt Steele. You don't need one. You don't need one. Bring out your piece of crap car and bring out a truck for the Tri-Truck Challenge, and let's all do this together and let's have fun.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, guys, everybody listen up. I've already been to the junkyard down the road from my house, okay? And I just want y'all to know that I have already put some dibs on some cars. So y'all better come correct to this beater car race, because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna paint mine all black. I'm gonna have a King of the Deep. I'm gonna try to make it match my side by side. How does that sound?
Oh, nice.
So when is that gonna happen? Is that Saturday also, or is that
that's
Friday?
Saturday? Yeah, that's right around the same time. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wing it that morning. I'll get down there to the registration because I'll handle all the registration. And I mean, I'll have paperwork there. And Steven, Nate, I don't know if you have somebody else that's kind of can write nicely, maybe somebody on your team, or, I can probably figure it out too. But
not me.
What I'll do, that'd be awesome. What I'll do is I kind of look at how, It's like, how many beaters do we have? How many trucks do we have for Tri-Truck Challenge? You know what? It's not the same track, but the beaters will be run on like 2 different lanes. So you might sometimes want to do the beaters first, only because they're like little street car, 2-wheel drive type things. And you just don't want to chew the track up too badly. So we'll see how the weather is. We'll see how many there are. But basically all the drivers for both of those things should be down there in that area by about 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, so we can kind of make some sense of it and kick it right off at noon.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
No idea on the order. I'll know the order at about 10 till noon that day, right?
So,
we know how that is.
Well, I think that just stands to say that everybody, I mean, aside from, and we're going to get into the music stuff in a minute, to tell you why you need to be there Friday, but everybody needs to plan on being there Friday. So that way you've got all your stuff unloaded, ready to go. And you're not trying to get in and get right on Saturday morning, you know, when all that's going on. That way you're ready to roll.
I love it. I love it.
So, and then how much is it to do we have a buy-in on the beater car race or like a payout or anything on that yet?
No, usually we don't do any kind of buy-in or payout on that.
It's for fun.
Nate, we'll have a trophy for that?
Yes, for the
Yeah, for the beaters. We got a trophy. You know what? And that's a great question. And I thank you for asking that. What we have found, right or wrong, and I only know what we've done down here, is that I never wanted to charge anybody to enter that because it wasn't like it never was a big prize. And I didn't want that because I didn't want people taking it too seriously, because then you've got a guy bringing in a vehicle that is way better than the rest. We used to joke. I think one time we joked, we're like, listen, if you win this thing, you have to let somebody buy that car for $500, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that kept people from bringing out anything too nice.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to brag about it. But more of us just want to have fun. That's all
right.
we want to do. So, you know, don't take it too seriously, you know? And if I don't know. I don't know how to really explain that or throw more rules at it, but I love the fact that you asked the question. I think the biggest thing is going, you're not really going to win anything. You're just going to have fun. And that keeps the ass hats out.
Yeah. I don't know many of us want to take anything home with us. Like, you just want to bring it and leave it.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's bragging rights, though. That's right. That's what you get. You get bragging rights like bricks.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, that $100 or $300 will be gone, but the bragging rights going to last forever.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That trophy you're going to have forever.
People would rather have the trophy and the bragging rights any day. I get people all the time that say money's nice, but I'd rather have the trophy. You know,
Right,
like look at Byron. He won what 3-4 years in a row at Bricks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got the bragging right and he's using the same car every year.
Well, dude, and I think the AC still works.
Yeah. So it's
All
stuff
right.
like that. He's proud of that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So
it is.
So we've gone through those 3. So next on this list is our bounty hole. Steve, you want to talk about that real quick?
Oh, absolutely. You know, Saturday, like Matt said, the trucks, the Tri Side-by-Side Challenge and the beater car race will be over in one area. That'll be starting at noon. Drivers need to sign up by 11. But after that, immediately following that, probably we're shooting for about 4 o'clock. We will start the King of the Deep side-by-side and ATV bounty racing. We did the same thing there last year. They have an unbelievable setup there at the rec yard for the bounty racing, and we're going to go big tire, run what you brung, 1 class for the ATVs and 1 class for the side-by-sides.
Correct.
And we're going to pay out a total of
$2,500.
So are we going to run those classes together?
We can run them we ran them together last year.
We did run them together last year, and I think that we had a good turnout for ATVs and a good turnout for side-by-sides. So,
and I think what we did last year was we might have paid out $2,000 in first place and $500 second, if I'm not mistaken. I can't quite remember.
Right. That's right.
We ran them together, but I mean, we could split them up and divide the money.
I'll tell you guys what, I'm going to let everybody know next week. We were going to let everybody know next week. So stay tuned. That's something that we're going to have to talk about. We might vote on, but we're going to let everybody know $2,500 up for grabs to the ATV side-by-side bounty racing starting at 4 o'clock Saturday. And as everybody saw last year, come join us, drive right up to the edge of the hole. It is just a great time. Saturday afternoon, starting at 4:00, King of the Deep. All the trucks from Trucks Gone Wild and all those folks come up, and it's just a great time. Last year was such an exciting bounty hole for us. It rained a little bit, but man, everybody was just out there having a great time, and we're looking forward to that again Saturday.
It's not a straight hole. It is a very windy, curvy S-shaped hole. So make sure that your bike turns. I can say that.
Yep.
Sometimes people have a hard time turning, or they can only make left turns, or like NASCAR, or only make right. You got to make sure you can turn both ways, because it's definitely a windy hole.
Oh yeah, but I'll tell you, those windy holes are great because they have really good spectator views from different areas. It'll turn this way and it'll be straight at you, and then you'll be on the side of it and it'll come around. So, a lot of people have seen the straight holes. This hole is a lot different. We designed this hole last year, Nate and the park, with, a little bit of help from us at King of the Deep, said, what do you want to do? And we said, we're going to make a $sign hole, ran with the creek that was already in place. And Nate and the crew there did a great job. And, the fans loved it. And that's all we really want. We want the fans to love it. We want the racers to appreciate it. And that's what it's all about. And we're going to do it again Saturday. That's why we're going to have such a good time last year, and we're going to do it again.
And then obviously we've got open trail riding. I know that Nate has been working hard on, even in January, it was like every other day he was posting updates. It's dried out. I'm working on the trails.
A lot of new trails we've heard from Nate, and he's constantly sending me messages. What do you have really going on, Nate? Tell us a little bit about the infrastructure and the work they're going on at the park.
Yeah, so I've been getting off around like 8:30 to 10:30 at night every day, and I start usually by 7. I got my side gigs going on, and but most of the time I'm working on the park. And we built a lot of new trails. I got a lot of new equipment. I think that picture right there shows the T290 I just got, which is great because the big excavator doesn't really fit in a lot of the areas that we want to improve. So, and I think you just showed a picture of a bunch of culvert pipes. I've got Buddy at Old Castle has given us the hookup on those. I've gotten thousands of those. We've put in tons of them for crossings. So if you don't want to go through a deep ass ditch, you've got an option. We've got trails we're going to hand out maps for people. I haven't published them yet because we're going to work on the trails right up until the event starts. So everyone, when you enter the park and sign your waiver, you're going to get a printed map. It's going to show you the trails by level of difficulty, if they're truck friendly, if they're side-by-side trails, if they're super deep, they'll be by class. So everybody's going to get, I've got a lot of people ask me about maps. You will have those in your hand in printed form as you enter the park.
Oh, that's not the right one. Sorry. Here we go. Well, that's pretty cool. And I know that was like kind of one of the big things last year at this event, because of the rain that we got, was people getting from the Custer Road side to the Sweetie Road side. It was a little bit challenging because it was that trail was just between the trucks, and it being kind of freshly done, and all the rain, it had kind of gotten washed out. But I know that that's what you spent a lot of time, last year, even before our next event, working on, was getting that squared away, so that wasn't going to be a problem in the future. So, and it was much improved when we were back in September. And then I know you guys are just talking about some other park improvements. You guys have added more showers in. We're gonna have, which are amazing. I use those.
Those are the ladies' showers.
Yep. And then we've got the booty barn. We're going to be hitting the foam party on Saturday night.
Hey, we hadn't talked about that yet, but that is something that we have done once before, and it was an absolute hit there at the Booty Barn. The lights, the vibe, everything at the Booty Barn Saturday night, like you saw a while ago, that foam party. Put that foam party picture back up. There's going to be foam. There's going to be fun. There's going to be madness. There's going to be music. There's going to be a wet T-shirt contest. There's a lot of stuff going on Saturday night, and we haven't even talked about Friday night. We're so excited about Saturday, but I tell you, Friday is going to be a banger too, you guys.
So real quick about the wet T-shirt contest, I do want to let the ladies know this is, you are wearing T-shirts, and there are a few rules. So we're going to make this as competitive but classy as we can. But there is money to be won, and there's a trophy to be had with that. So I'll let you guys know about that. We will be doing that Saturday night after about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. So this is a family-friendly event, but don't bring your kids to the Booty Barn after about 8:30 on Saturday night.
Try to teach them
I'm
something.
telling you now. So real quick, back to this. There's a couple more things I want to hit before we kind of let everybody go. I know that we're talking. There's some truck tug of wars at the Booty Barn Saturday night. Is that right, Matt? The truck
Right, guys. As far as is that Saturday night? Okay, and I know that we want to thank Leroy Helton and Clay Meadows because they're going to be the tug master.
Oh, perfect.
Oh,
We
man,
are.
we
Yep.
love that.
Fast Tracks is sponsoring it. Yep.
That is
I love it.
fantastic.
Yep,
So
the guys
that's,
from Fast Track
that
stepping
covers-
up.
That
I'm sorry.
flyer. Now let's talk about this one real quick.
Oh man, I know that we just put this together, everybody. Friday night, we were able to get some really, really, really good entertainment. Great artists coming in. We've worked with Just in Time. I know that Trucks Gone Wild recently did an event with Just in Time. So Friday night, we've got Just in Time, Little White. I mean, I was so excited to see Justin, but then you guys dropped Little White on this same. I was so excited. We got a lot of good artists, but on Friday night, and I'll let Chris and Nate talk about it a little bit more because this is really their brainchild, and I'm just super excited about it all.
Yeah, I'm glad to have the Just in Time White Tour coming here. I've been following them around, and it's a great concert. And then you got your locals, King Cole, Kyle Kane, and Fedora, Mike, and Larry Reed are part of Justin's team. So,
absolutely.
But I mean, Little White, I grew up on him. He's I mean, now I've met him. I've been to his house, and he is just a great guy. Sober now from alcohol, I'll say that. And I'm glad that they agreed to come because they put on an excellent show. DJ Cannon Bannon, DJ last year, same guy. I think he did a great job with his system. So,
Chris.
yeah, I'm excited to bring it. And I mean, we're close to. I mean, my goal would be someday Trucks Gone Wild, King of the Deep, and Redneck Rave at one place. But we're close enough. Justin is Redneck Rave. It's just not labeled as a rave.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we know Justin really well. Justin actually was from Eastern North Carolina, grew up kind of here, not too far from where we are, and then he moved out there to Indiana, some of that area. But Justin and I have known each other for about 5 or 6 years, and he's done a lot of events with us through the years. And we appreciate Justin. He's just a hard worker, and a lot of people don't realize how much time, effort, and energy that he puts into his brand and his name. And we do appreciate him
for sure.
So this whole tour, the music artist is going to be Friday night, right?
Yes.
Okay, so to sum it up for you guys, basically, park opens on Thursday. $70 is your ticket. The ticket link is on the Facebook event. We'll be posting it as well on our page. I think it's also on our King of the Deep website. It's also on the Rec-Yards website. So tickets are $70 for you, no matter how many machines and beater cars and trucks and whatever the heck, lawnmowers, whatever you want to bring in. It's per person. So $70 for the whole weekend. That includes your camping. They do have power spots there, and the way that they've recently put those in. So the way that that's going to work is if you did a pre-registration or early bird registration, they will send you an email before they release that to the public. So you've got early access to get a power spot if you want one.
That's
$70 for that. It's a family-friendly weekend. We're going to have the swimming pond's going to be running with the fountain, the water slide. There's going to be a kids bounce house. Jimco's concession is going to be doing there with all kinds of stuff. The Garner Boys barbecue is going to be there.
Vendors.
The Lemonator's going to be there. He makes like this amazing lemonade. You put all kinds of candy in it and gummy bears, and you can get it under the sea if you want, which is great. I can't tell you all the secrets. So full, and then Friday night is going to be the showcase of all the music.
That's right.
Then Saturday morning, we are bumping and rolling with competitions all day and payouts. And we're ending the night at the Booty Barn with the wet t-shirt contest, the phone party, the music.
Bounce house. Right? We've got bounce houses for the kids that are going to be there as well. We just want to make sure everybody knows how much effort and also thought we put into this, along with the guys that are here with us. So, we're not going to take too much longer. We're going to wrap this up, but there is an unbelievable amount of thought and effort that has gone into this event for everybody from old to young. And we're going to have a great time. We've got a great staff, a great crew working on this. And I know that we may have forgot a couple of things, but man, if Katie hasn't done a great job of wrapping that up, what do you guys say?
Yeah, great job.
Did we touch
And
on
I want to say that your guys' event, I've done a lot of events, seen a lot. You guys are the most organized, on time. You keep it rolling. That's awesome to watch. Sometimes, man, you get stalls in between, and I get you got to get the bikes out, but when somebody died or got stuck or didn't make it, they pulled them right out of the pit, and it rolled. It was so smooth and kept going. I love it.
That would be the bike dying, just for the record.
Yeah.
Not the person.
Pull them right out.
Yeah.
Well,
They got the belly flop.
We really are very fortunate to have worked with great people throughout the years, and you guys are just some of the best that we've ever worked with. And we know that kind of correlates to the events, to the crowd throughout the event. And this will be the second year we've done this together, and I think that we're just getting bigger and better. And the event that we have put together this year, I really hope everybody can appreciate, and really we're looking forward to it. We've got so much going on. And before we sign off, we want to let everybody know that Matt and all the Trucks Gone Wild guys are going live here in just a few minutes. So we're going to wrap it up. But from us at King of the Deep, Chris Conson, Nate at the Rec Yard, also Eric back there, I'm sure, and of course the man himself, Matt Steele. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming on tonight. And if there's any questions from anybody at home or anybody, let us know. Please go and follow the Rec Yard, and also, of course, there he goes, Trucks Gone Wild, all over the United States. They're coming to a park near you, so we appreciate everybody tuning in, and thank you guys again.
Hey,
Thank you guys.
I'd like to say, dude, I'm looking around at all you guys on the same screen as me right now, and I'm excited. And I know that from the time we set this date last year, and really it was Rec Yard, Chris, King of the Deep. We knew that was going, right? We knew that, 10 months ago, we knew all that.
Yep.
It just seems like, then it was like, well, this would be cool. Boom, let's add this. Boom, let's add that. And it's just like every couple days, especially over the last couple of weeks, something else has been being added to it. And I'll be honest with you, Katie, when you put up the whole schedule tonight, I knew all that stuff was going on, but it hit me different when I was looking at it. So it just does, and I think it's badass, dude. This could be something, man. All we need is that good weather. Hell, even if the weather's marginal, it's going to be great. and I mean, and we talked about this a couple of years ago when we first talked on the phone too. It was like, you know what? It's going to take a while to build it. It's going to take just coordination between organizations and individuals like this. And we're all equally as excited about it.
Yeah.
So,
well, we're all in.
Right.
We're all committed to making it an awesome weekend, no matter the weather, rain or shine. We're going to do what we do. It's going to be an awesome, amazing, fun, awesome weekend. I mean,
it is.
And, and it's nice to work with people that are all invested in the same goal, which is making it a really, fantastic event for everybody that comes, whether you're racing or you're competing or you're just there to have a good time or you're there for the music. We all know what we're taking care of. We all come, we all do our job, and it just works. When you're working with people who, know what they're putting in and you can count on them, it's amazing. It always turns out great.
It is. And we, honestly, out here and we're doing what we do, guys, we've got some of the best fans that are in the world. These people show up, they hang around in the weather, they hang around in the rain, and they're always happy when we see them at the events. And, that's what it's all about, bringing a dynamic to these fans, their families, and hopefully everybody comes and enjoys it with us. So we're going to sign on off, everybody, in about 15 minutes. We've got Trucks Gone Wild that will go live. And if there's not anything that we've gone over, maybe you can chime on in, and please check those guys out. Again, everybody, thank you, Nate at the Rec Yard, Chris Conson, just a phenomenal guy in this industry. Thank you so much. And last but not least, the man, Matt Steele. We appreciate everything and everybody tuning in. And we will see you guys soon. And if there's anything you guys need, please feel free to message us. And please support those that support us. Check out our sponsors. And I'm sure you guys know how to find those. But once again, Wednesday night, in about 15 minutes. We'll see you shortly on Trucks Going Wild. Thank you guys so much.
So we'll
Thank
see.
you.
We'll catch
Thank
y'all
you.
over on
you,
the
guys.
Trucks Going Wild Facebook page. We'll see y'all in 15 minutes.
Yep.
All right.
Are you there?
All right.
Thank
bye,
you.
everybody.
Thanks so much, everybody.
The Trucks Gone Wild 20th Anniversary Tour is coming back to the Rec Yard in Fayetteville, North Carolina, June 21st through the 23rd. There's all new trails and roads, all new mud holes, tug-of-wars, the Booty Barn, and the Kings of the Deep Bounty Hole competition is coming back as well. There's literally something for everybody at the Rec Yard. We'll see you June 21st through the 23rd at the Rec Yard in Fayetteville, North Carolina.